Hi there. Welcome to another edition of RS DesignSpark's Ask the Expert. And today we're going to be talking about industrial I/O with Siemens. And I have Dorina and Christian from Siemens. Hi guys, would you like to say hello and introduce yourself to DesignSpark?
Hey, thanks for having us here. I'm Dorina, and I'm Global Marketing Manager for IO systems outside the cabinet for discrete industries.
And I'm Christian. I'm also in marketing and work very closely with Dorina on the IO portfolio. My main focus is on our families within the control cabinet, specifically the Simatic ET200SP.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for taking the time to join today. The Simatic ET200 obviously is what I want to talk about, but we know that the I/O within an industrial automation application is really the kind of the spine, that connecting tissue between the controller and maybe the sensors or the motors. And so I just want to kick off briefly. Can you give us an introduction to the Simatic ET200 and explain its role in modern industrial automation?
Yes, of course. I'll be happy to start. At its core, Simatic ET200 refers to our distributed I/O system. Think of them as the vital link in an industrial setup, like you already said. They connect field devices like sensors and actuators directly to the controller.
That's right, Dorina. They are truly essential for achieving efficient and flexible industrial automation across a huge range of sectors. While may know them best for discrete automation. Things like assembly lines. They are also
Mhm.
crucial for equipping process automation such as chemical plants and even hybrid applications with all the essential input and output capabilities.
Mhm. Exactly. And that flexibility is the key. It means they can be used for pretty much any industrial environment, ensuring seamless data flow where it's needed most.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we mentioned, obviously that data flow and having really good and robust I/O will lead to obviously many benefits for the user. But your ET200 portfolio is an incredibly diverse offering. So in terms of solutions for a wide range of applications, could you walk us through a couple of the different system families that you guys have?
Mhm. We've designed the ET200 portfolio to be flexible. And this graphic we are looking at really helps to visualize it. We typically categorize our systems based on whether they're used inside the cabinet or outside the cabinet, and by their automation level or complexity.
Mhm. And for solutions designed to be inside the cabinet with protection class in IP20, we have a few key players. Let's start with the graphics on the right-hand side. Our Simatic ET200MP system for central, highly scalable solution, which also offers a high density of channels. In
Hmm.
the middle of the picture, we have our ET200SP, which is great for compact and high performance, decentralized needs, especially when the space is at a premium. And finally, brand new on the market, there is the ET200BL, which is a cost-effective option for decentralized applications.
Mhm. And when we move or look at the solutions outside the cabinet, which are designed to be used directly in the field, we offer specialized IP60X products. For instance, I'll start at the left-hand side. The ET200AL is small and lightweight, making it the perfect for tight spaces or even moving machine parts. It is often used in a mixed configuration together with the inside cabinet product ET200SP. Then there's the ET200 Pro. This module provides robust and modular solutions with either a controller or interface. Our pure block I/O families are specialized for specific environments. So use the ET200 EcoPN outdoors or in X zones, or the ET200 Clean in
Hmm.
hygiene sensitive areas.
So as Dorina highlighted, each family offers specific features and form factors to perfectly match any industrial environment or requirement. It truly ensures we have the right solution for almost every customer's needs.
Yeah, and I think obviously, and what you're showing me there, the kind of the range covering you have is fantastic. You know, all the way from outside to inside, but also, as you mentioned, scalability and also space saving. I'm just wanting to, obviously, that covers a lot of industries, but in terms of the product choice, does having that wide variety make it difficult for an engineer to configure everything that they need?
Actually, no, Greg. This incredible diversity brings significant added value to our customers. For example, we offer flexible communication between all systems and even outside systems to ensure seamless data exchange and connectivity across various network topologies and industrial protocols.
That's a great point, and it leads directly to efficient engineering. All our I/O systems are engineered in the tier portal, our engineering framework. With that, we streamline design, configuration, and commissioning processes through a user-friendly tool, which means faster projects, execution, and reduced costs for our customers. Plus, with constant diagnostics, you get real-time data insight into the system, helping to minimize downtime and simplify troubleshooting.
Mhm, exactly. And what we also offer is safety integrated, which provides safety functionalities directly within the system. And it's also easily integrated in TIA Portal. And on top, the safety validation assistant eases testing, protocolling for safety implementation, which is a huge benefit. Then there's also universal scalability, allowing each system to easily adapt and grow from small setups to large and complex installation. For example, if you look at the ET200SP, you can either configure a small station or add up to 64 modules per station, from basic to high feature modules.
And that brings us to integrated technology, which enables the seamless integration of various technologies and functions, such as motion control or condition monitoring, all with a single connected system. This allows the pre-processing from data directly in the periphery, so exactly where they are generated. It's about making things simpler and more powerful for our users.
Mhm. And speaking of making things smarter and simpler, we also leverage IO-Link. This open and universal communication standard gives you full access to all data from the field, intelligently integrating sensors and actuators.
Yeah, really is a lot to consider there in this family. You know, you talk about flexible communication, consistent diagnostics, integration of safety, scalability. We also mentioned, but also your tier portal. I spoke with a previous of your colleagues on other ASCII experts, and that one always comes up with the tier portal. I'm really interested, obviously, you know, in terms of making things simple with the leverage of the IO link, universal communication standard gives access, etc., etc. But with speaking of this as a diverse range, how do you guys at Siemens continue to innovate and expand on this portfolio? Because what we see, obviously, industrial automation demands are always being renewed. You know, more demands coming for certain types of applications, for example, or different technologies. Could you give us a brief insight into perhaps maybe some new additions and specific needs that they need to address within the wider, broader portfolio?
Really good question. Thanks for that, Greg. Continuous innovation is truly at our core, and we are always expanding our I/O portfolio to meet evolving demands and specific industry needs. Simatic ET200BL is a great recent example of how we tailor solution. It offers a cost-effective automation solution with essential functions and a selected range of modules. This really helps machine builders deliver reliable automation without great complexity, with optimized investment cost. It makes it perfect for end users in industry that requires simple but robust solution without compromising on reliability.
Mhm. And another key innovation that I mentioned earlier is the ET200 Clean. This addresses high requirements of hygienic application, helping machine builders meet demanding industry standards. This ensures optimal cleanliness in sectors like food and beverage or pharmaceutical, where hygiene and compliance are crucial. These additions really demonstrate how we constantly refine our offerings for different market segments and evolving industry standards.
Yeah, and that kind of aspect where you're talking about the machine builders, but then also the users taking into consideration, making life easier for the machine builders, but then also having that consideration for how the end part of that is going to be the users, and making it kind of more ideal for those industries that require that kind of simple, robust solution, as you said. And really interested to hear about the ET200 Clean. Obviously, food and beverage is a massive industry, and all of those features that need to be within the products themselves to be useful for use in the food and beverage industry. But it's really great to hear that in terms of what this range actually represents. But with the ET200 portfolio, what is it that we are looking at in designing for future-proof, ensuring customers' investments today will continue to meet those evolving standards, and how these systems support, trends like digitalization and then obviously sustainability. And the other one that we are kind of talking about a lot now is AI-driven insights.
Mhm. Yeah, that's an important one, and it's something we're very proud of. We focus on protecting our customers' investments by providing scalable and adaptable systems that aren't just for today, but can truly grow and evolve with their needs for years to come.
Absolutely right, Dorina. And a huge part of future proofing lies in their role as a basis of digitalization. These systems offer the robust, high-speed data backbone that is essential for collecting real-time information directly from the plant. Without that reliable and efficient data flow, advanced digitalization efforts simply couldn't be possible.
Mm.
Mhm. And building on Christian's point about the robust data, this flow of information is also absolutely critical for enhancing sustainability efforts. It directly enables precise energy and resourcing monitoring. This means companies get the granular insight they need to optimize their consumption, reduce waste, and ultimately meet their environmental targets more effectively.
And when we are talking about leveraging the data even further, that's where AI-driven insights came into play, because our system provides reliable and constructed data. They are perfectly positioned to feed AI algorithm. This facilitates incredible powerful applications like predictive maintenance, which can be predict issues before they occur, or optimize entire production processes for maximum efficiency, which helps customers and machine manufacturers to improve their offerings, reducing downtimes and analyze system behavior.
Yeah, this is really interesting to hear because, as I mentioned, IO systems are that nervous system that that can control a lot of the aspects of industrial automation. Now, having good, robust IO is one thing, but then also being able to use the data that the IO can represent, like you were talking about for predictive maintenance, that's really important to consider, and probably one of the points, when somebody is commissioning a system, that they really pay attention to how the IO is being utilized. You were talking obviously a little bit about sustainability. Um, so yes, your products can be used in a sustainable way, but obviously your products themselves must be sustainable, right?
Mhm. Yes, sure they have, and they are. At Siemens, we strive to make our products as sustainable as possible. And we also show that by tagging them to our EcoTech label. I think this also fits well with your approach of better world products. All our environmental data is documented and available on our online platform, cPortal.
But a system integrator or a machine builder can even already take the CO2 data into account when they are planning the bill of material in our tier selection tool. So the data is not only available as a document everywhere, so also included them into our tools to make the planning, designing, and documentation of new machines and plans as easy as possible, also from the environmental perspective.
So that's really great to hear, because this is not just a product specific ask when we talk to machine and panel builders. It could be that their client is looking for records of sustainability and how products have been sourced, and the material which is used within those products that they're then utilizing in their end application. So all of that being available to the machine builder at that level, he could really be integrating this along with the client needs also. So that's really important to understand that, in terms of the sustainable angle. And you're right, with our Better World products, the products that we are selling on to our customers, obviously it makes sense to us that we are, giving those customers that opportunity to purchase those products which are sustainable and meet certain requirements. I think in terms of the talk we've had today, it really shows me that there's a real depth and gravity for these products within this range. And I just want to ask you both, maybe sum up in a final words, just give our customers, what are the real benefits, if you could just maybe pick on one or 2 points?
Ultimately, our comprehensive approach offers a clear competitive advantage for machine builders who are looking to offer value-added service. And for end users, it provides a direct path to higher productivity, reduced operational costs, and a much more resilient operation.
Our commitment to continuous innovation isn't just about adding new features. It's about ensuring readiness for the future technologies, safeguarding the long-time value for our customers. We are truly building solutions that stand the test of time.
Fantastic. And it's been such a great conversation today. We've probably only just touched the surface of Simatic ET200. I'm sure we could, talk all day about this, but condensing this down into the interview that we've just done, I think it's really great that you guys have managed to pull out so many important points with that range. And I hope we could have you on DesignSpark again sometime soon.
Of course.
Of course, would be great.